good, Commanders fans? Just want to do my NFL schedule reaction. I'm not going to go through each game and say win, loss, probably right now. I mean, I may say some of the games that I definitely feel strongly about. Like I talked about the Giants game week 1 at 1 p.m. Excuse me, I am a little bit under the weather. And I already gave my stat prediction for that game. I said 30-17 or 28-17, 28-20, something like that. B-Rob gets 90 rushing yards. Jaden throws 2 touchdowns, no picks, 200-something passing yards, 60 rushing yards, and a touchdown as well. And then Terry gets a touchdown on Deontay Banks. And Austin Eckler has a good game. B-Rob has a good game. The whole gang has a good game. And Debo has a solid game as well. He scores a touchdown. But this is a monumental, celebratory, historical schedule release. This is a historical schedule. There's some numbers here. So this is from Warren Sharp. How many standalone games are everybody saying primetime or standalone? Now, primetime, yes, there is a stipulation to it, rules and regulations and the timing of it. Like primetime has to be 8:30 at night. Excuse me, Thursday night football, Sunday night football, Monday night football. Those are primetime games, technically primetime games. But we do have standalone games included or on top of those primetime games that we were not getting and that a lot of teams did not get. A lot of good teams did not get these standalone games. Like, let's keep it real. Let's keep it up. A lot of good teams did not get these standalone games. A lot of good teams did not get on Christmas. A lot of good teams did not get Spain. A lot of good teams did not get Saturday, December 20th. So, if you want to belittle and say the standalone games are not important, then that's crazy. That's what I see from some Eagle fans and whatnot. But we're going to leave that alone. And then on top of that, the 4:25 p.m. games that we have as well, we only have, 4 1 p.m. games? We have 3 Sunday games at 4:25, 2 Sunday night games, 2 Monday night games, 1 Thursday night game, 1 Christmas Day game, 1 Spain game as well. So not a lot of 1 p.m. games. I think we only have like 4 or 5. There's a whole month. We only have 4 1 p.m. games all season. We had 11 1 p.m. games, 1 p.m. games 2 years ago. Compare 4 to 11. Every game was at 1 p.m. I remember those days. I barely could go to church, barely go get groceries on Sunday, barely take my kids out on Sundays because I had to stay in the house at 1 p.m. to basically 4:30, and it gets dark outside, at daylight savings time. Now I can enjoy myself and do things before the game starts at 4. The game starts at 8 o'clock on a Sunday night. I love it. I know you guys hate it, but I love it with a passion. I can actually have a life before the game starts. So that's awesome. I love it. And then the Jaden Daniels effect. I mean, let's just talk about it. This guy comes in. Yes, Dan Quinn has a part to play. Yes, Adam Peters has a part to play. Yes, Josh Harris has a part to play. Terry, not taking away from all the guys. Terry, Sam Cosby, B-Rob, even Allegretti, Biotic, and Wiley, the whole offensive line, Brandon Coleman, Frankie Louvu, Bobby, Eckler. All the guys have a part to play in this for sure. Quan Martin with the picks. Mikey Sanderson with the interceptions against the Lions. Everybody has a part to play in it, but we know who the head of the snake is. We know who the main attraction is. We know who the star of the NFC is. We know who the star of the NFC East is. We know who the star of the NFL is, and it's Jaden Daniels. He's box office. They flexed the game late in the season last year to NBC Sunday Night Football, and I think it had the highest ratings of the whole Sunday Night Football slate the whole season on NBC, if I'm not mistaken, or it had a very, very high rating. They saw that last year, that overtime win. They saw the run to the NFC Championship. They're like, we got to get this guy on TV. We got to get this guy on TV. Going up to Tampa, beating them in Tampa Bay. Going up to Detroit, beating them in Detroit. The fashion that we did and beating them in Detroit. So you got to get the Offensive Rookie of the Year. You got to get him on TV. Christmas, Spain, the Saturday before Christmas. Anytime, anywhere, you got to get this guy on TV. You got to get this team on TV. You got to get Dan Quinn with the backwards hat on TV. You got to get this team on TV. They just have to be. And Christmas, yes, it's going to be different. We're playing against the Cowboys on Christmas. Yes, it's going to be different. I don't know if there's a lot of families you got to see on Christmas, like on Thanksgiving, where people, have to go to a lot of places, or maybe you just stay at one place the whole time. Maybe you are going to the game because it's a home game against the Cowboys at 1 o'clock on Netflix. So a lot of decisions have to be made. Do you stay home with family or do you go to the game? A lot of decisions have to be made. So it's different, man. We haven't played on Christmas at how long? I can't remember the last time we even played on Christmas. I know we played on Thanksgiving a bunch of times, but This is a big game against Dallas on Christmas. Excuse me. All right, guys. Excuse me for being a little under the weather here. So let's actually go over the schedule. So we have Warren Sharp. He came up with the statistics too. Like I haven't even got to the games yet because it's just so crazy. Like the whole standalone thing and the prime time games. So Warren Sharp tweeted out the NFL is pulling for the Commanders to be great for the first time in franchise history. The Washington Commanders have 8 standalone games. 8 standalone games. Usually we're talking about, oh man, they gave us a late bye, and I don't even know if they gave us a late bye. They gave us a bye at week 12, which is not great, but who cares? We're not even focused on it this year. We're focused on just us being plastered on the television. Like, look at the Commanders Netflix on Christmas game picture that they put up. It's so cool with Jaden Daniels, Zach Ertz, and Frankie Louvu and the Christmas stuff. Like, that is so cool. There's so many cool like pictures and stuff, and like the social media team can do with this schedule. I don't know if we're gonna have like a Christmas type thing on the jersey. I highly doubt they do that, but just like we got to do something different with the jerseys too. Like all these different games, you got to spice the jerseys up too, and just have an alternate jersey, even more alternates when you are that team. Excuse me. We do travel the 10th most miles, so I just have to get some statistics about that. Of course, Ryan, taking a plane out to Spain definitely adds on more miles for sure. And then going out west to the AFC West, that puts on a lot of miles as well. The Commanders have not had more than 4 standalone games since their glory years in the 1990s. Like, this is just crazy, guys. This is a crazy time we're living in right now. It's surreal. It really is. It's a surreal moment. They've averaged just over 2 standalone games the last 6 years. We would be lucky to get a standalone game. Our primetime game would be that one Thursday night football game against the Bears where it would be 2 bad teams, Justin Fields versus Carson Wentz, or Justin Fields versus Taylor Heineke or Sam Howell. And that would be our Thursday night football game. Us against the bad news Bears. And now, this time, we play the Bears, I think, in 425, but that's like a legit game again. No, hold on. We play the Bears. Where are the Bears on the schedule? Monday Night Football, week 6 against the Bears. The home run rematch. The Hail Mary rematch against the Bears. Excuse me. Now, we do have a long rest day stretch before the Eagles' final game of the season. I know we played the Eagles week 16 and week 18, the rivalry. It's kind of unfortunate to wait that long to play the Eagles that late in the season. And then we do have an NFC East gauntlet, which I'm ready for. I want all the smoke with the NFC East. At the end of the year, we play the Giants, Philly, Dallas, and Philly to finish the year. So it's 4 NFC East games in the last 4 games of the season, then 2 out of the 4 against Philly, which is crazy, you know, because we're going to be battling for the NFC East crown. We're going to be battling for a playoff spot. We probably will already clinch by then, but still you have to battle for that NFC East spot and just, you know, getting good seeding in the playoffs. And you got to play Dallas too on Christmas. So all those games are super, super, super duper meaningful. Super, super, super duper rivalry NFC East games. So, of course, the schedule makers, they did this on purpose just to drive up the ratings. And, yeah, they did this to drive up the ratings. All right, I think that's about it for, like, all the statistical stuff. The Packers away game is going to be a good weather game. Most of the primetime games are at home if you look at it. Week 12 bye week after the Madrid trip, so you get some rest after that. So that's not bad. So they did do us a couple favors there. We get a long rest day stretch before the Eagles' final game of the season as well. So you can look at that. Excuse me. We have the most primetime games in the NFC East as well, which is big, especially with the Cowboys being in the same division, especially with the Eagles being in the same division. You know, so I do want to point out the Giants. They probably will start the season out 0-4. You look at the Giants' schedule; they have the toughest schedule to start out the season. They actually have the toughest schedule of the whole season, anyway. All right, so rapid fire here, guys. I'm not gonna predict if we win or not. I'm not doing that today. But Giants 1 p.m. at Northwest Stadium. I like that matchup. Russell Wilson. Already talked about that earlier. Malik Neighbors. It's a winnable game. It's a game we should win. At Green Bay, Thursday Night Football, Jordan Love. It's going to be a tough game. Lambeau. It's a hostile environment. They got a good team. Vegas against Geno Smith, 1 p.m. at home. Falcons, 1 p.m. in the Dome. I thought it was going to be at 4:30. Michael Penix, rematch for the overtime game. At the Chargers, 4:25. Jaden versus Justin Herbert. The Falcons, week 4. Jaden versus Michael Penix. That should be fun. That rematch from last year, like I said. Chicago Bears, Monday Night Football, week 6. Talked about that earlier. Jaden versus Caleb Williams. Jaden is the better quarterback for sure. We know that. Bears fans want a rivalry to happen, but we're not going to give them that time after we beat them again. at Dallas, week 7 at Dallas, 425, America's game of the week. Rivalry game, Jaden's first game against Dak Prescott. Dante Fowler, we got to run at him. At Kansas City, Monday Night Football, week 8. Jaden versus Pat Mahomes. So you know they want that on national TV. You guys know that for a fact. And then another game against Seattle, Sunday Night Football. It's like back-to-back primetime games. Monday Night Football, primetime. Dallas, 425 game of the week. Kansas City, Monday Night Football. Seattle, Sunday Night Football. Detroit rematch from the NFC divisional round, 425. Then Miami, Madrid, week 11. Then we have a bye. Like, no 1 p.m. games. For a while. 0. Every game is a standalone, primetime, America's game of the week type game. I love it. I love this energy. I love this type of time. Then after the bye, we played Denver on Sunday Night Football against Bo Nix. Week 14 at Miami, 1 p.m. And then Giants, 1 p.m. Week 15, then versus Philly at 4:30 on December 20th, which is a Saturday. Then Dallas on Christmas, and then at Philly at home. And at Philly, Week 18 was the last game of the season. And they have not announced that time just yet. So that's a TBD. They're going to probably flex that game into 4:15 or 8:30 or something like that. So I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. I know it's annoying to hear me sniffling and stuff like that. So I'll see you guys tonight on Commander's Case. I probably won't be able to be on there long because of my under the weather and stuff like that. But I love this schedule, guys. Shout out to Jaden Daniels, man. He really changed this franchise. Him, Josh Harris, Adam Peters, and Dan Quinn, they really changed this franchise. But Jay, we got a quarterback, guys. When you have a quarterback that's box office, that can make something shake and steal your soul, like Adam Peters said, on 3rd down and 4th down. And that is a game changer, like Dan Quinn said on the phone on the radio show. That's what gets you on TV. That's what gets you on TV. So, all right, guys, how's the Commanders? Peace.